Alright, so I'm back here in Agenin. I think this is the name of the system. Not 100% sure how to say it, but this is my little home. This is where I did all my starting runs with my Gila, and it is 6 jumps from Gila. I have been ganked twice here, and they have failed twice. They are right here. Interactions combat log. First time was this guy. He brought 4 chorusers. He did not win. 4 was not enough. I talked to him afterwards. He's a pretty cool guy. He usually brings 8 to gamma filaments, is what he was telling me. So, good information. No, it takes about 8 to kill you, and I think it takes more than that if you actually fight back. Like with chorusers and catalysts, you can kill 2 or 3 of them before Concord shows up. No problem at all. You can drop some of the damage down a little bit. So, I don't know. I want to see 8. I wouldn't mind dying to 8. I'd like to give that a shot and see how well I do, especially with this fit, because the fit that I'm using right now actually survived on my last video recording against this guy, who brought 2 of these things, Taloses. I'd never seen this before. Didn't know this was even a ganking ship at the time, but 2 of those were sitting outside my trace, and they cost 211 million ISK each. I mean, he probably got half of that back by looting it before I did, because I couldn't get there quick enough, and he's better at looting his stuff, because he's used to it, probably. But anyways, 400 million worth of ships trying to gank my little, what did I just see the price at in Gita? 680. I mean, it says it's worth more, but this is the same fit. This is the one. Really cheap drone damage amplifiers. Nothing special on this thing. I mean, did have these pretty elite implants that I added in that nobody ever recommends. I mean, why not use the cheap ones on everything? That 3% makes a difference. Just get it. Easy. Alright, so gonna do my first run. Just landed here. Gonna drop off my spare drones that I brought with me into my item hanger. I got 20 filaments. I'm going to grab just one of those at a time because I dock after every run, because I do not want to wait for my shields to recharge. I should have enough paste and everything, as long as I don't forget anything. I can do this all in one run. I'm not sure I'll get them all done tonight, but I'm going to try to do all 20. Well, I definitely won't do 20 tonight. I'll work on some of them tomorrow, but might have to move systems if I upload them tonight, because as much as it's probably pretty obvious that this is where I'm at the moment, because I don't really care. If this thing blows up, and I think it'd make good content if it does, I'm just going to run here for now. I want random ganks, though. I don't want anyone targeting me and tracking me down and killing me just because they know they can. Like, yeah, if you bring 18 chorusers to finish me off, good job, you did it. Pat yourself on the back, you can do math. But, I mean, that's all ganking really is a math game. It's like, who did the math right? Somebody was sitting out front of a gamma filament hoping for something that they could kill with 2 Taloses? I don't even know what that would be. Anything that comes out of a gamma filament isn't worth killing. Alright, anyways, undock. Off to run 1. I've got my not safe here. I'm sure I labeled it safe, but it is 100% on the way to the gate. Let's warp to that and see what direction it goes. It should be at this gate right here. Right between the station and the gate, where everybody says, don't do it, it's obvious. Well, a deep safe is found just as easy. If the gankers know how to scan, and they've probably watched a tutorial video on it, they're doing it anyways. Alright, landing in space, right click this, click use. As soon as this lights up green, you can double click in space and click activate and go in quicker. I don't know if that matters, but that's what I'm doing. Gonna over-explain everything that I'm clicking on, what I'm trying to do, and try to talk the entire time without being boring. First room is Kiki's. So with Kiki rooms, Kiki Moras ramp up their damage. They start out low and then they get much higher over time. So when I first start the room, I always send 1 drone at each, because the amount of damage they're not gonna is pitiful. Once they've kind of ramped up their damage, I try to focus fire them down from there. Turn on your modules. I've showcased many times that you don't necessarily have to. Why is... oh, because I have a root. You can't see my... well, if I clear this... there, now you can see my stats. Okay. So, 2 Kiki Moras, killing those first, heading towards the gate. Everything's on, right? I'm going that way, right? Okay. So after these first 2 die, I'm going to see which one this goes at. Oh, wait. he was on the second one, so my second one will go here, and then when this one dies, I'll probably just focus fire him here and just focus fire from there. Could probably keep splitting them. As you can see in passive, you just, as long as you're always moving and always shooting back at the enemies, you should be fine. Why is he over here on the red? What did he do? Go over here. I want the Kiki. Moras dead. Just focus fire. Oh yeah, there's if these guys are here, the renewing Rodivias, probably is a good idea to focus fire them anyways, because they'll sit there and heal them. Alright, good thing I don't need to do that in this room because it's easy. Orbit. Really? You're switching? Why is he... I have never seen that before. I am going to be really confused as to what's going on here for a second while I target this and blow it up. Is that the only... Was there no side nodes in this one? Really? Oh wait, this. Ah, wait. Really? Not a single side node? That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, these... Oh, they've decided they want to kill these, so I guess I'm just gonna do that. Focus fire them at least, you dumbasses. They're healing each other. Okay, this is a bad first run, but hey, I'm only at 75. I'm fine. You don't necessarily have to kill everything in the right order. I mean, it's Gamma. You're doing this to learn the basics of the Abyss with a very easy ship that's very not dying fast, so you can make mistakes and recover from them. You have one big giant pool of hit points that has to survive 3 rooms instead of having one tiny little pool of hit points that's going to go up and down over and over throughout the room while you repair it, which is just terrifying to me. Like, you'd think this is terrifying. Your hit points mostly only ever go down. I mean, you regen a little bit, but T4, you actually, without the Nirvanas, your regen is... What is my regen right now? So in Gamma, 130 hit points. So it's about, what, 40% more with Nirvanas. I think I was at 180 with my Nirvana set. You know, pretty much similar hit point fit. Alright, what did I get? Loot-wise, loot that, scoop that, and then approaching into the gate. Every single room, the second you get into the room, you have an invulnerability timer, but you probably shouldn't use it. It's time that you're taking off of your runs, and when you're first starting out, your time's sometimes tight, because you gotta get used to clicking on things and sending drones at things, and things take little bits of time. Firing your missiles. Why can't I right-click and reload? This first run is crazy. Alright. Moving on, room 2, what do we got? I have Karen. You know what, let's just blow this thing up and see if I can face tank Karen in this. I've gotta know. Like, does this work to just send your drones right at Karen and fly that way? Let's go at an angle to her. In T4. Turn on overload on my Hardener. And these are all... Oh, none of these are nuding me out, so they're just gonna tangle me. Now, actually, I should fight Karen the right way. I'm going to switch gears. Just send my drones at this guy. I'm going to fight Karen the way you're supposed to. I'm going to kill her last. So I'm flying this way. Killing the drone. Definitely don't start this way. If you waste some of that time on Karen, you just took a bunch of damage you didn't need to. I'm not worried. I'm probably going to blow up. That'll be hilarious. So I've got my entanglement cruisers. If there were null charge, I would be hitting those first. I want to get all the newts down first, and then all the webs. And then these last two, I'll still kill them while I'm on my way to Karen, but I want these 2 dead, and then I'm just going to really worry about getting close to Karen at that point. So, right about here, I'm going to change directions and go this way a little bit, because I want to drop my MTU as I get past the gate, because I'm still going to try to... Oh wait, that's like 84 away. I'll probably end up just getting the bio. Pop that while I'm going by it. Keep that, make sure. Oh, reloading missiles. Probably fine to turn off my heat now just so I don't forget later when things are 1 to 2 bars, because I'm only looking down there every so often. So launch this here by the gate. Karen's over there. I'm going to start adjusting my course to go to her. I want to go a little closer. She'll probably be at the edge of the abyss when I get there. I'll be in the 30s, probably. That F-light's just hanging out up there by Karen, which is kind of interesting. Let's see. Move these 2 drones to Tech 2. I'm gonna die in my first Karen run. That'd be hilarious. I don't like fighting Karen the normal way. I swear you take more damage doing it this way. I don't want to blow up testing yet. This is a tutorial on how to do it correctly. Don't fly straight at Karen. Go at an angle. She eventually has. She's stuck on the abyss wall, so you know it's right here. You'll want to be ready for it. Like right about here, I start going this way. Yeah, see, now you can see the edge of the abyss. So yeah, I start turning earlier to slow me down a little bit, kind of get me going. And then as you come around her, any day now, turn around, start looking around, then right here is where we're just going to double click up this way. We're just going to zigzag back and forth. We're just going to head over towards there, right again. We're going to hug the wall. We're just going to go right over that way. And now where is the gate? The gate is right here. So I want to stay with Karen between me and the gate. So I'm just going to go back and forth. And that'll kind of push her towards the gate a little bit. Just double clicking in space as I go along. My drones are on her. I'll start firing my missiles. I'll go ahead and overheat them also just to get some extra cycles in. Might as well use heat. Speed up the room a little bit. I didn't check my time when I came in here. I should have. This is a tutorial. Try to keep an eye on your time, when you started, when you finished. As a general rule of thumb, if you're leaving room 1 at 14 minutes at the latest, 8 minutes at room 2 you want to be leaving. So I've still got 4 minutes, so I'm doing fine. Now she's almost to being out of shields. I'm regenerating back up. I'm over 50 again. Right when she gets to 0, I'm going to target my MTU and I'm going to press loot. Or when she gets to close to 0, right about there. That's when I'm going to start heading back. And she'll be dead before she probably hits me again. Alright, so stop overheating my launchers. Did I almost burned that thing out. 67, really? Wow, that all got damaged. Right click, can I repair those while they're reloading? I don't know, I've never tried this. Oh, I gotta turn that one off. How does that work? Alright, Karen's dead. Pull my drones back. On my way to the bio, which I dropped right by the gate. It picked up the side node for me. This one's 107 kilometers away. I am not going to go get that. It's a Karen room. I don't care about loot. I'm going to repair this launcher. I'm going to turn off my hardener and repair it also. I've got plenty of time. Honestly, I just go into the next room with everything heated still. Don't really use my paste very often. I'm terrible at that, but I'll do it for the sake of the content and doing things correctly. Loot this. Drones are back in here. Double checking them and loot my nice stuff. Scoop my pack rat. Approach the gate. Turn my hardener back on. You know what? I don't really feel like I need missiles that much. I'm just going to let those keep repairing while I go through the gate. Alright, leaving this room at 10:17. I will have to double check how long that room actually took me, but I'm pretty sure it's less than 6:30. Alright, we did not get double carrying, but we got an FE room. So I'm just going to do a quick test here to kind of showcase the difference between Augmented Vespas and Valkyrie IIs. So I'm just going to wait for a second, and then I'm going to launch this one and this one. I'm going to send the Vespa at him and the Valk 2 at him, and let's see who wins. So this one is a Vespa. So again, on this room, this is basically your kind of like a Karen room, but there's no Karen. You've got a lot of Epaulites. Actually, you don't really see these Lucids with Karen as much. Sometimes, do you? Actually, I'm not sure. You might. Alright, so right here you can see the Augmented Vespa. Look at the damage he did compared to that other one. That was amazing. Okay, yeah, he's great. I love Vespas. Vespas are the way to go. Alright, we'll test it again on Illuminator. Let's do those two next. Not really worried about looting right now. I'm just trying to be educational. I'll launch my pack rat so I have something to orbit, I guess. And I will target the bio. And I will pop the bio. This is just one of those rooms, though, where you don't take enough damage that you have to worry. As long as you're killing everything, you're good. So one started here, one started here. This one's my Vespa. He's going to this one. Valkyrie's going to this one. Who's going to win? They have different flight times. Let's see when the first damage happens. One there, one there. Practically the same time. A little bit more there, a little bit less there. Boom, boom. He's a little ahead. They do sometimes miss. I mean, this one's actually not as far ahead. Oh, this one missed once. You know, these Vespas just hardly ever miss, I think, is what... Oh, like, look at that. Look at that. Again, he's the winner. Clear winner. Oh, there's a speed cloud right here. That might be screwing with them, too. Alright, let's focus fire this one and target the Lancer and the Lancer for the third round of testing the battle between them. Oh, wait, that one's already damaged. That's not fair. Alright, I will give you the handicap, Valk 2. Go. You got a handicap. You got a first Oh, right. Well, he was further away from it, probably. This one's going to die way faster. You'll see, though. Vespa. Valkyrie. Dying faster. Couple shots less. It's a minute. Like, literally, they take off a minute off these rooms, especially in Tier 5, Tier 6, when there is tons of them. Tier 4, I guess you're not saving that much. Like I said, you don't 100% need them. It's not mandatory by any stretch. What the heck? They both switched? Alright, my Vespa's here. My Valkyrie's here. I wasn't watching that last one. Who won? But for the most part, the Vespas perform better. It's just kind of known. They are expensive, though. Save yourself 100 mil. Don't worry about it. These rooms are not that big a deal. When it's Effie's and Karen, though, that's the scariest room you can get. It's a time crunch. You have to get to Karen, get back. A lot of times I would recommend actually killing a couple Epholites on your way back to the biocache, and just leave a couple up because they don't do any damage to you. Just don't kill them all. Get to Karen. Start on her first. Kill off just the newts and the webs. Kill Karen. These don't do anything to you. I always kill them all because I was taught to do that. It's habit. So I guess next time I see Karen, I'll just kill the webs and the newts, and then I'll just start on her. Because you can kill the other stuff on your way back to the gate. Loot this. Let's see. Bio, scoop, orbit the gate. Wardens are webs. Let's see, with your Lucids, you're going to have Wardens and Sentinels. Actually, I have a list in the Tier 1. Where is my notepad? Tier 1 rooms. They're all the same mobs, so these are all the same links. I'll start talking about the other things that you're going to see in this room. You're going to see Karen show up with Lucid stuff and Effie's and the Skylias. I don't think I have a Skylia link in here. That's in here. These guys. So, Karen comes in a few different flavors. She just, depending on which type of Karen you get, she's either going to have these ones, which are easier. The Epholites are higher DPS needed to clear those rooms, so those are slower typically. Getting unwebbed takes longer. It's, yeah, all around bad. But those are the flavors of Karen. Your other Lucid stuff that you get, though, you've got, sometimes she comes with like Lucid Sentinels. I don't have those. Where are they? Lucid Deep Watchers? No. Lucid Sentinels, right here. Lucid Sentinels are newts, along with the Lucid Fire Watchers. Wardens and Entanglers are your webs. And everything else doesn't really matter in a passive Gila, so you'll figure it out. Just kill everything else in any order, pretty much. You want newts first. Just get as much of your tank back and speed back as you can. Newts, then webs, then everything else, and nothing else really matters. There'll be tracking pylons and clouds in the rooms, and Gila the passive Gila, you just don't care. Just don't even worry about it. Oh, was that room 3? Alright, I'm done with the first run. Let's dock at my home here. Let's see who's in the system. Let's scan, see if he's doing any probing. Using D-scan to look for scan probes. This guy looks fine. I'll close that. Try not to talk about that in the next run as much. First run, commentated, over-explained. Done. Tutorial video. What's gonna happen in the next run? I did get a Karen, though. That was nice. At least I got a Karen. And I fought her correctly. Everybody be so proud of me. I didn't face tank a Karen for a minute. That's the correct way to fight Karen, sorta. Alright. Raging Gamma, go. Click repair. Click repair. Repair, yes. Alright. Gonna go again in a minute. Be right back.